Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, you guys. So I am doing the most this year, okay? We're starting 2022 off with a bang. Yes, I stayed up all hours of the night making my own hard front wig. That's right. I had Sally's human hair bundles that were left over that I bought for $12 back when I was in Milwaukee, and they're just laying around. I thought, well, let's do something with them. So I went to a jazzy chick here in Las Vegas, bought a wig cap, and stayed up all night sewing them. Now, don't judge my sewing skills on this, okay? Because I was just in a fever pitch and I wasn't really thinking. I used a lot of different thread colors.
Nachi sewed the Technicolor Dream wig.
But it's okay, because you know why? I'm the only one that's gonna have to see it, okay? It's not going on sale, it's for me. So I'm the only one that's ever going to see it. And of course, you folks watching at home who just saw it right now. But this is between us, okay? Just between us. All right, so this is my wig that I made. I used probably 4 packs of hair. In hindsight, I probably used too much hair for a wig. This is rather bulky for a wig, but I think it came out fairly nice, and I wanted to cut it and style it today to make it a nice hard front, because as you can see, there's some obvious stitching from what I did here. All right, so I'm not proud of it. That's why we're going to do some work and hopefully put a nice little bang in this or something. But enough talking. I'm going to try her on and show you what she looks like. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Lindsay Lohan. Girl, this wig is a Freaky Friday, okay? My goodness. That's what I kept getting comments of when I posted my picture of me wearing this flawless wig on my Instagram. I know the girls were mad when they saw this hair and how good I look as a redhead. Auburn? This is red hair, right? I want to say it's redhead. It's like a mix. Got a whole color story happening. It's also got these weird Hollywood highlights, like I work at a bank in the Midwest. Very that. I'm here to tell you about how your account's overdrawn. Look at that hard front, girl. I was really proud of this, okay, when I first made it, all right? Yeah, I really need to do something about it because the hair is already attacking me and sticking to my lip gloss. So I'm going to style her. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. It is all pinned onto the head. Like I said, she is a hard front. You can tell I gave it like a little bit of permatease, so that's also a bit like poofier up top because it was like really flat to the head and it wasn't really flattering. I also used teasing to hide where the tracks were sewn because it's a black cap and it was very, very apparent if I didn't put teasing in it. So that happened. Just giving you full disclosure. What's all going on here. Now, I know there's going to be some haters out there that'll get one look at this wig and say, Jaymes, that is not a human hair wig. Well, I'll show you right now that I have the proof. Right here, I still have a pack of hair from Sassy, the brand that Sally sells of human hair. And it is 18 inches, silky straight, color RS29, which is just mouth-watering, as you can see. Yes! Mic drop and explosion. I probably shouldn't flip the hair when I have a hard front on. It doesn't have the same effect, but still, nevertheless. Also, can you believe this wig is still in this shape? It's that human hair hard front that was sent to me by a subscriber last year. I styled it back when I was living in Milwaukee still.
Shout out to Tay from Heavenly Touch Hair.
It still retained its shape. It hasn't been stored well either, so I'm really surprised. Now, I'm going to move around some hair right now because this wig needs a bang in the worst way. So there we are. And the way I sewed the tracks, I just did them going straight back because I didn't want to do like that triangular bang because then you're kind of stuck. At least something more versatile that I can tease up or tease away. And if I manage to find hair that matches this, maybe use it as a back piece for, you know, a lace front or something. Just to have options, you know? Okay, let's get started. Is this warm yet? Yes, she is warm. I'm going to be using a curling iron today because it's human hair. So we're going to see how this curling goes. So let's just section some stuff off right now and do our front section of weave. Now, Ernie picked this up at Sally's. It's Key Protected Spray. I haven't really used it here on this channel before, so it's going to be a brand new experience for us all. We did use it on his channel though, so if you want to see us do that, that video will be right here. All right, now I'm going to spray. What I learned about this is you don't want to spray too much, otherwise the hair gets a little greasy. So I'm going to be far away. Just let it soak that up and then brush it through. One spray is more than enough. All right, reposition myself because I have to work with a curling iron, and this is always a deadly process. Me and a curling iron always spells danger. This one I'm not too concerned. I always make sure it curls at the root because I'm gonna cut this. This is gonna be a bang. But I want to at least put a curl in it. Ooh, this hair stinks. You can tell it's factory dyed because it stinks. Her there. Let's start this section. Now, the hairstyle I had in mind was sort of like a prettier version of the Rachel from Friends, if anyone remembers that. I remember back in the 90s, people were obsessed with that hair. So was I at a certain point, because like people talked about it so much that I feel like the mystique of it all just kind of got ingrained in me. Even though looking back at it, it's kind of an ugly shag. It only ever really worked on Jennifer Aniston in that one season she wore it. But she's since been synonymous with it. Her hair hasn't been as interesting since. So, you know, she made her trend and she walked away from it right away. Ow, 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 hit my finger. Ow, ow, ow. It's such an awkward position to curl hair. Although one friend of mine, she's a mom back in Milwaukee, she told me how her hairstyle is the Rachel. And she gets it done to this day in 2021. She tells them, I want the Rachel from Friends, and gets it done every single time she gets her hair cut. And that is dedication because, like I said, it's not a cute hairstyle. And it is only flattering on Jennifer Aniston. It's kind of like the Farrah, where like it looks gorgeous on Farrah Fawcett, but on other women, it's, you know, it takes a face. Whew. All right, now it's gonna be a process to curl all this hair, so I'm gonna curl the rest off camera, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. The hair is all curled, and girl, I burned the crap out of my fingers doing this, okay? So you better be appreciative. Now, this is probably gonna be a bit of a shorter video because honestly, as y'all know, human hair styles up really fast. Let me just raise this up so you can see. Ooh, look at that curl. Yes, I live. Now, we're gonna be doing some haphazard cutting today. Like, I wanna keep the length back here because it's nice. And I like longer hair, especially with human hair because it doesn't really tangle. So that's a nice little luxury. For all my synthetics, I always make sure I cut them a little short, like cut them to my shoulders because it's easier to maintain. You're not sitting there brushing it every time you wear it. These ones generally can take a beating. Although I will say, girl, this hair stunk. Like, I don't know what factory dyes they use, but the second I started using a curling iron to it, baby, it smelled. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yes. She looks like Talia in one of those telenovelas from the 90s. Mighty Mad! All right, and she should be all curled so I can start cutting layers into her now. Okay, pray for me. We're gonna try and cut some bangs right now. I'm gonna cut at an angle. I forgot this kind of stuff you actually have to do with human hair. Otherwise it looks weird. That's a cute little layer, yes. The top we're all doing a little shorter. I think this is called texturizing. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't go to beauty school, okay? I just watch a lot of YouTube videos. And this is a costume wig, so I'm not too concerned with it being like severely neat because I'm gonna tease it up anyway. So that's always something to have in the back of your mind. If you're wearing this to like outside in the real world, you might want to be a little more precise than I'm being. Like I said, I'm gonna tease this up into a big style that's probably gonna sit that way for a while. So when I eventually have to reset it, it just goes right back to the style I want it in. And to the people out there that always say, James, you always tease wigs. Why don't you do anything else? Why don't you just wear the hair flat for a change? Baby, I've got a big ass head, all right? I need the teasing. If I didn't wear teasing in my hair, I would look like Lucius Malfoy, all right? It's not a cute look. You don't want to see it. We don't speak of that author's characters in this house anymore. So the fact that I had to bring it up is already bothering me. I'm sure there's a hairdresser in the constantly looking like, what the hell is she doing? It'll make sense when I'm done, okay? God, don't judge me. Don't you dare judge me. All right, this hair was $12 a pack, all right? It was bought to be a project. I'll be damned, that actually worked. All right, let's do this bang section real quick. I am a hairdresser. Y'all can't take me. I'm a hairdresser, the house. Yes. Ugh. Come on now. Yes. Everything. Model. She looks like Cindy Crawford. You can't tell me nothing, okay?
Cindy Crawford.
All right, now I just got a little more of a section here to go. I'm not going to do anything at the bottom, all right? That's going to stay long. I'm just going to cut a little more from this middle section here. And then we'll start styling her. So I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Girl, if this is not Gale Weathers from Scream, yes. Yes. I'll send you a copy. Oh my goodness. I'm having too much fun. All right, here we go. Let's start styling her because she needs some volume, and also the teasing is going to help my cut job make sense. But she's already serving some full-on 90s realness. I'm living. Yeah, she's definitely serving like a 90s supermodel fantasy. That's kind of what I was going for. The height of Kevin Aquan. doing makeup, the quintessential supermodel makeup. Y'all know the one I'm talking about, like the super lined lips, like the concealer on the lips, the nude lid and the really defined cut creases, like the birth of like really, really severe drag contour on supermodels. So beautiful. I'm just gonna add a bunch of back combing to her because we want her to be puffy. But I'm also keeping the ends a bit free because we want to still have that there because that's what's gonna like call back to it being the 90s. Like, you know, Pamela Anderson hair. Pamela Anderson, Carmen Electra, those bombshells. And like at that time, they're honestly just doing like modern interpretations of like a Barbarella hairstyle, you know, Brigitte Bardot, big puffy hair. Like when you look at old pictures of Pamela Anderson, like I always wonder like, how many packs of hair do you think is in her head right now? You know it's not all her hair, especially for like barbed wire and stuff. Like those super glamour shots she would do. Already working up a sweat. Good Lord, I put too much hair in this wig. I honestly could have held back. But that's the one downside about when you make a wig. It's like, whenever I'm doing it, I never know how little hair to use. Because when I put too little in there, it looks like it's too little. So it's really hard to gauge. Plus, like the tracks for like, they give you on these like weave packs, they're so thick. So like the hair gets really bulky really fast. But like when you look at them, it doesn't seem like there's much hair on the track. It's just a really thick, like, you know, knotting on it. So finding a good balance is really hard. I feel like I did a pretty decent job because like y'all saw the last wig I made. There were some mistakes made. I definitely learned from them this time. Well, I'm gonna keep teasing her out. And when I'm back, she'll be all puffed out and we'll start styling it. Be right back. Woo, all right, I am back. She is all teased out. My word, this is a lot of hair. Good Lord. Oh. But look at the crazy ass Gloria Trevi she's turned into. Okay, let's see where this hairstyle takes us. All right, start with a little brush. Hit those ends. We can swirl those up a bit because this is human hair, so it should style out pretty efficiently. Unlike synthetic, where you kind of got to sit there for a while to like really figure out where it wants to go and you got to fight with it a little bit. Human hair generally will tell whatever story you put into it. And since I came into this without a story in mind, we should be good. She is giving you a model. I might have to trim the bangs a little bit, but that's going to happen on my face. It's better to do that while it's on your head rather than trying to play the guessing game while you're doing it here. Because if I end up cutting them shoes short, it's over with. I have to take the track out entirely and redo it, which thankfully I have more hair. So if anything should go wrong, I can replace a lot of the hair. Because what I want to do here, let me show you, is I want to make sure that like there's a bang here, but it also covers up any kind of sides because it is a hard front. So you're going to see everything if I swoop anything back. I got a nice little wave going to the hair and it got nice and big and fluffy. And it's very like 1990s supermodel or like a wrestler. Like Sable's hair. Those of you WWF fans may remember her. I used to be obsessed with her and her hair. She used to wear like these leather outfits, pleather, and she'd have her hair pulled up, her real hair pulled up in a snatch pony with little eagle claw bangs hanging down. And it's tied up in a bun, and then this big, long, phony pony of blonde hair just hanging out that's in a braid. It would just flop around everywhere. I was obsessed with it as a kid. I used to draw it all the time. I don't know why. I was just like fascinated by it and how it worked. And like I was convinced it was her hair. But like knowing what I know now, I know that's a hair piece, and it's not even a very well blended hair piece. But I like the fact that like she was that chic where she decided to get real glamorous with her look, even though she's supposed to be like wrestling. Oh yeah, she's looking very supermodel-y. Now I'm gonna have to take her off and trim a little bit because there's some like longer fringe here that I have to trim on my face. But for the most part, she's looking how I want her to look. She's very much like Gail Weathers if she decided to model for like Penthouse. The picture she didn't want leaked. What was that from Screen 3? It was only my head. It was Jennifer Aniston's body. Hi, queens. Jaymes Mansfield here. It's recently come to my attention that Jaymes Mansfield misquoted a movie. She said a line was from Scream 3 when it was actually from Scream 2. This had to be corrected. Now back to the video. All right, I'm going to put her on my head and do some trimming, and I'll be right back with the final results. Welcome back. This is the final result. Yes, I am living. It is very Gail Brothers if she like posed for an adult magazine, but I'm not mad at that, okay? That's a fantasy I'm willing to explore. I love it. It's very voluptuous, very like voluptuous vixens, starring Jaymes Mansfield. One of those very special straight to DVDs. Yes.
Call her party line now. It's only $3.99 a minute.
Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. And I'm so glad you guys could watch me as I style the wig I actually handmade. Like, I'm really proud of how it came out. This is my second attempt at making a wig from scratch. And I feel like I did a pretty good job. For a hard front, she's pretty effective. Like, come on, it works. And it's not as heavy as I thought it was gonna be, especially if they cut the layers in. So I'm happy about that. Now, I'd like to take a moment, a Venmo moment where I thank everyone who's tipped me on Venmo. I would like to thank Sergio, Elliot, Regina, Anna. Thank you all so much for the tips on Venmo and the Cash Apps. Yes. There's fireworks going on outside. I'm filming this on New Year's, okay? We're not celebrating, we're working. I hope you all enjoyed this. Be sure and comment down below anything you'd like to see on this channel. I'm always open to new ideas, especially for the new year, you know. New year, new me. New year, new me. New year, new me. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye. Now hit the outro. Click here and see me restyle a $50 human hair wig from Amazon, or see me do my makeup after I got Botox. Come on, click it, you know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll make a runway collection of all the things you wear to Starbucks. So click it.